I wish to be a bad bitch in New York City on vacation and allow myself to relax and play and be creative as a radical act of self care. Hi everyone, I'm Chrissa Sparkles, and this is Pretty Pity Party, and I'm going on vacation. I'm going to New York City, and by the way, this is Fufu. I'm doing a show when I'm out there, but I initially planned this trip to New York just because I just wanted to go for fun, and then I thought, well, I want to start being bi-coastal, so I'm just gonna plan a show in New York. I did a show in Brooklyn months ago, and I had such a great turnout, and it was so much fun. And I do have to admit, I was really nervous because it was my first ever tour stop outside of Los Angeles, where I was doing like 3 cities in one weekend. So I was really nervous, but I'm really giving myself permission to play and explore and to build my community when I'm out in New York City. I have dreams of bringing my show to New York someday, and I just want to build a really fun community of like minded people. And so I'm doing this small show. I found a really sick venue called the Reverie Room. It's above a bodega. And I don't know, I'm just really craving spaces where it feels cozy and comfortable. And it feels like I'm talking with my audience one on one, like we're all just hanging out in my living room and we're just like shooting the shit. That's kind of the vibe of my show. And it's been so fun going on tour. And I do have to say, like in between tour stops when I'm home, I feel like it's just nonstop where I go right into my day job and I go into marketing and I'm figuring out content and then I'm burning out on content. Then I'm like, oh my God, what do I do with my content? And I'm just constantly reinventing myself all the time. And your girl is tired. She is exhausted, okay? So I'm really looking forward to being in the East Coast for the next week to just allow myself to explore the city, make new friends, establish a community, eat a lot of really good food, see a lot of good shows. I have one goal for this trip, and it's to just allow myself to be creative, but not feel the need to like pump out anything, but just in a way that I can just get in tune with myself and just kind of recalibrate my creativity and how I approach my creativity. Because I think right now I have this expectation that my creativity needs to have this exchange and this transaction, that my art needs to make me money or it needs to convert to ticket sales. I need more people to follow me. And I think as an indie artist, there is a lot of pressure to get the word out about your work. And especially if you're touring and you're doing shows in other cities, you know how fickle the internet is and social media. If you're not buying ads against those posts, it's really hard to reach people. So it's been a journey for me to find ways to kind of come up with content without burning out. I was doing these Sparkles dolls sketches for a while, but I was starting to get really tired. They're really fun, don't get me wrong. They're so easy for me to write and to shoot, but it's not really representing what I want to, share online in terms of like, I'm a singer-songwriter, but the thing is, I'm not in my output season of songwriting because I've been so busy developing my show. And I've actually written a lot of new songs for my live show, and I've just been focusing my energy all on that. And I think that's why I've been feeling called to do Pretty Pity Party, this video podcast, just so I can just talk and not feel like I have to be funny. I have to write something clever. I have to play an instrument and write a song about something topical. And I'm tired. I need a break. So I just want to go to New York and have fun. I packed like cute outfits. It is going to be really hot and really humid. So I'm packing a lot of cute like bloomer shorts and cute little crop tops and accessories, really cute shoes. And I'm like, I just want to have fun. I feel like I need to get back in tune, back in touch with myself and the things that I like. Like the fact that I have accessories on today. Like I have little hair clips, I have earrings, I have this necklace. I'm like, oh, It's really fun being a girl. I did a Pivot Princess series like later last year, earlier this year, and every time I saw my friends or like fans, they were like, "Oh my god, Chrissa, are you going to stop wearing pink?" And I thought the whole point of Pivot Princess was for me to like create this kind of document this journey of going through change. And like, I was really bored of my wardrobe. Like, I had the same wardrobe for the last 5, 6 years at this point, and I moved so many times and got rid of so many clothes. So I realized when I started the Pivot Princess project, I was like, oh, I don't want to spend money on clothes right now. So over the last like 6 months, I've like periodically bought pieces. I'm kind of like trying to buy more accessories these days. And I went crazy on Depop for my birthday month. I was like, I'm going to buy lingerie slip dresses and bustiers and bloomers, and I'm going to wear them out as regular clothes this summer. So last year it was bustier summer, and now it is slip dress summer. And I bought these really cute loafers from Doc Martens that are like this Dalmatian cow print with like this bubblegum pink, like fat satin ribbon shoelaces. And I'm like, fuck yeah. I'm like starting to feel like myself again. And it feels so good to express myself through my clothes. And I feel like I've just been in this transition period for the last few years of having a clothing business and a Pilates studio, letting go of my apartment. Then I like moved back home for a bit, and now I'm living with my partner and I don't have all my stuff with me. So I'm just trying to like find ways to get in touch with myself again. This is where I know the artist's way would really come in clutch. I tried to start it a few weeks ago and then I got so busy. So I don't know, maybe New York is the time where I can really, spend a week just journaling at a cute coffee shop, going to take Pilates every day, and I don't know, just meet people and to just have experiences. I feel like I'm really reworking my relationship with my creativity and how I show up online. And I'm hoping that at some point, I get it all figured out, but maybe I won't, and that's okay. And that's why I have a video podcast like this, because when I feel like I'm so burnt out from this constant output of putting out content and art, I just want to keep it easy. It's the only way that I get to show up, being on for people constantly, not only my day job, but like on the internet too, Like I'm constantly marketing my shows and I'm constantly like reaching out to different people and communities in different cities to just like get the word out about myself and my show. That it just feels really tiring. And I'm like really manifesting in this next year. Like, not that I want to put the pressure on my art to like be my income, because I think that can be a really dangerous place. As someone who's had a clothing line for many, many years, and having that part of my art be my income can be incredibly stressful. So I'm just learning to like create this sense of abundance by enjoying what I'm doing, and calling in people who believe in me and who want to invest in my work, and people who just love watching it, whether it's online or coming to my shows or buying my merch, or people, brands, companies that want to collaborate with me because they like what I do, they like what I have to say. And I don't know, I'm just in this like transitional phase of like, what is it that I actually want to do? And that's how I feel about doing my shows. And for the longest time for my online career, I was always, for a while, waiting for people to give me the opportunity to do things like modeling or acting in projects, or, getting hired to do stuff. And I just started producing my own work, and I learned how to build my own world and to make it immersive by producing my own photo shoots and video shoots. And then I started a clothing line, and you know, all of that expertise and that experience like really lent itself to my business. And then when I started making music and I made my first few music videos, my first few like recorded songs, I already knew how to do all that. So it's really cool that like all the experiences that I had at the different phases of my life has really kind of cultivated a really unique, like, package of work, if you will. I don't even know if package of work is the right like phrase, but I don't even know what I'm talking about. It is like 100 degrees outside. But it just makes me so unique, and I'm really proud of the skill sets that I have. And I think that's something I think about a lot, where had I not had my clothing business, I would have a harder time marketing myself as a music artist, as a comedian. I already knew how to produce content. I already knew how to produce products and to make products. And literally, my merch pops off at every show. And I am so grateful that everyone that comes to my shows, like, they are so ready to like get a piece of that merch. And like, my merch lines are crazy long, and I feel like as a comedian that's not like a very common thing. And it's because I know how to make shit really fucking cute, and I'm really proud of that. And so I don't know, I think my experience of world building over the years has really lent itself to me being an artist now. And instead of expressing myself through the clothes that I make for people, I just wanted to provide value for others just with my voice and by being myself. So this has been a really fun journey for me, really hard, but really rewarding at the same time, because I initially wanted to make Pretty Pity Party this show for so long just to like get comfortable talking on camera, but also establish a relationship with people who have been following me for a really really long time. I feel like I've been trying to swallow my spit for a while. And it's just been really cool to like meet people after my shows and feel like we're having this one-on-one conversation, just this like moment in time where I'm performing the show and connecting with everyone and then getting to meet them after the show. I feel like I'm making new friends, like so many new friends every time. And I really wanted to bring that experience online, which is why I started doing Pretty Pity Party. And I hope this is something that I keep up weekly, and just again, like finding consistency regardless of people watching or not, you know. And I think that's part of my journey as well, of, you know, what I spoke about in the last episode is how do I show up for myself without needing anyone else's validation and doing things because other people want me to do it, right? So I'm really looking forward to my trip to New York. I'll do a recap episode when I'm back. Go to chrissasparkles.com for tickets to my show tomorrow in New York. And if you're in New York, I'd love to have you. I also got tickets for Minneapolis. They are up and they are running. I'm also going to Chicago. We're going to Portland. We're going to Seattle. We, as in just me and not my dog, because she is socially anxious. And as much as I'd like to think that she is my emotional support animal, I am her emotional support human. It's a very codependent relationship. And I think she's just looking down the whole time because it's probably really bright. But she is her mama's daughter, because I literally use her in videos and photos all the time. So this is very normal. And it's funny when I'm rehearsing in this room, like I'm obviously like rehearsing, singing and talking out loud to nobody, but she just like looks up at me and she's like, "Wait, are you talking to me? Are we communicating right now?" So it's going to be really fun. And follow me on Instagram at Chrissa Sparkles. I thank you so much for being here. Thank you for joining me for a Pretty Pity Party. You can join me on Patreon as well. I'm going to be posting some clips up there just to kind of preface what's going on, some extra goodies and bonuses. And I'm going to be adding on to that. So I hope you guys join me there. All right, I'll see you guys soon. I'm Chrissa Sparkles. Bye.